Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Andrew Paris, our brokerage manager in-house. And then we have our industry pro in the annuity space. Christopher's joining us. And let me just add, it's very important to me that I want all of our agents that are listening today to, not only hear from us, at Levinson and Associates, and yes, hear from our top VPs at the different carriers that we have, but to also hear from a third-party consultant that does not have a vested interest in any carrier or product, okay? So he's coming at this from the sidelines, and he's going to give you his 100-foot overview on all of the hot annuities, updates, changes, anything we need to know. Here we are mid-year in the summer of 2019, and we kind of need to know what's hot, what's not, how we're going to close out the year in the annuity and the hybrid space. And then Chris will join us again for the last quarter. And then, of course, we're going to do this in 2020 once again. But I love hearing his opinion and where he feels that we should be focused, what annuities we should be looking at. We're also going to talk about a hybrid annuity alternative product today. So great stuff to come. We appreciate him taking the time. What we're going to do quickly first is me and Andrew are going to jump into our annuity platform, okay? And everything is available at no charge for you as a Levinson agent. And then when Chris is done speaking at the end, we have a free giveaway for the top seller book that we're going to go over as soon as he finishes, and then we will wrap up right before the hour. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first slide here, this is a great takeaway. We're also going to include this in our thank you email. There are 3 attachments. If you look on the right side, you have like a little panel there that talks about the webinar itself. There's 3 attachments. They look like PDF red attachments. One is the MAP contest. That's our annuity incentive contest. So with every annuity app you send in, there's an incentive for you. Leads for contracting. If you're appointed now, but you want to transfer over to Levinson, we match or beat your existing grid. Plus, we give you free leads, okay? Yes, free leads with your first annuity application for that specific carrier. And then right above that, we have a MIGA chart with all of the updated rates that you could simply print or save to your desktop. And again, we'll include these in the thank you email or click and save right now as we go throughout the webinar. Okay, so let's dive in. Me and Andrew are going to go pretty quickly so we can get to the feature presentation. And then as soon as Chris is done, like I said, we have our giveaway, and then we'll wrap up the webinar. Okay, so what's new here at Levinson? Now, I think this is important in the annuity space, on the life insurance space. What we're doing now, we started this January. You've probably heard about it by now. We have the Bill Levinson Experience podcast. Now, we have a lot of questions from agents. Hey, Bill, where can I watch this? I want to get notified every time there's a new episode. And the answer to that question is either go to our website, and it's free, of course, or if you have an Apple iPhone or iPad, just click on that little purple icon. It says podcasts. It's free. Do a search for Bill Levinson Experience. And if you subscribe there, okay, you will get notified every time the new monthly episode comes out. That simple. We also have the platform available on all Google Android devices. If you go to the Android App Store, just again, search for Bill Levinson Experience. We're also on Stitcher. We have Pandora will be out this month. And then we also have on YouTube, I'm sorry. So you can go to YouTube anytime for free, and you'll see Bill Levinson Experience on the Levinson channel, okay? So you can also watch and listen from YouTube. Now, it's so important because we have these feature presenters and these guest speakers that are either big-time industry influencers, or we have, let's say, Jeff Levitetz, for example, a Fortune 400 guy, Cleveland Clinic Man of the Year. He's also my mentor. I interview him for about 45 minutes, and we talk about motivation and inspiration and what drives him. Just some really neat stuff. Last week I had Bill Atlee, the founder of iPipeline. Okay, so that is the company that powers all of our e-apps and drop tickets. We talk about his vision and how he started the company over a beer. Joe Ross, he's the best insurance coach in the industry, in my opinion, bar none. So you can listen to me and Joe Ross go at it for an hour. That episode was recorded about 3 weeks ago, so that's on there. There's some really neat stuff, so take a look. We also have an MDRT top of the table agent that we're going to interview. He happens to be in our office right now. He's going to be on there next, so that'll be pretty cool to go back and forth and find out what's working and what's not for him and his business. Also, right below that, you'll see Insure Me Now Direct. Okay, so that's our new Sell While You Sleep. Think Amazon Insurance. We now have 3 carriers and over 10 products that will be on this direct-to-consumer platform. Okay, all of our agents get free access to their own portal or dashboard, and then you can go market these products to your book of business and your friends and neighbors, or if you're a health agent or P&C agent, and you can now cross-sell with this platform, either flip your laptop around or iPad, or literally sign the client up through your smartphone in minutes. Most of this is guaranteed issue. It's real quick stuff. Or you can start marketing online and driving traffic with social media. So anyway, really, really cool stuff. Never been done before. Sell While You Sleep is the marketing name, and then the retail version, same platform, but the retail version that you're going to use to go sell direct is called Insure Me Now Direct. Right below that, you'll see the new logo, the IUL Experience. So this is a new website launching next week, and it is Levinson's version of a turnkey IUL full integrated platform that allows you different ways to generate leads, prospects. We have a sales software presentation system that's very cool. We have 7 carriers now that are integrated into the software system. We have a prospecting book. We have our scholarship program. We have the agency automator prospecting tool that allows you to go look for young professionals, perfect for IUL. It's a complete turnkey platform. It's free for all of our agents. And then most important, we have our annual IUL expert class here in South Florida. The first one is August 23rd. We're going to have that once a year for all Levinson agents. We're going to take a day and dive into IUL. If you're a rookie, if you're a pro, it doesn't matter. Everybody will walk away with some great info. We're bringing in a IUL industry consultant to teach the class every year. So it's going to be really, really cool stuff. Check out IULExperience.com, launching next week. And folks, we're not stopping here. Next is the Final Expense Experience, and that will be launching within the next month. So it's going to be really, really cool stuff. All right, so today's obviously webinar is about annuities and LTC annuity alternative products. So really, really cool stuff that we're going to talk about. What I want to do is have Andrew give everyone a 100-foot overview of our annuity platform that's available at your fingertips anytime. I want you to know where everything is so you do not get lost on our website. Andrew, you want to take it from here?
Yep. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for having me on here. And just want to go over exactly what you're going to get on our website. We created this at CarrieLevinson.com to make your life easy. You know, that's the bottom line. We understand annuities. If you've been selling it forever or if you just got started, they could be a more complex product from a suitability standpoint, a product design standpoint, but we want to make your life super easy here. So if you go to our website, under the Annuities tab, you'll see we have an Annuity Solutions Center. So you'll see we have 15 or more of the top selling annuity carriers in the country, and we've created sections for each carrier along with their guidelines, comparisons, a snapshot of their products. We have suitability matrices that we created for you, all to just make your life easier. We don't expect you to understand or remember every single carrier and their guidelines, right? nobody can really do that. I understand. So we created this exactly for you. So make sure you go to our page here, go to annuities, go to Annuity Solution Center, and start downloading and looking at some of this stuff. It's really great, and it'll help your business. Next up here, I want to show you the annuity matrices specifically. So if you zoom in, you'll see that we have created this, like I said, to make your life simple. You're not going to remember the current interest rates. You may not remember some of this stuff. So we created a real-time view of everything you need to know about the references and the new rates and with the caps and the charges and everything you need to know about selling these products. If you're not still 100% sure, just call our annuity sales desk here and talk to Josh Hoffman. Many of you have already spoken to him. He's a whiz. He will help you with anything that you need about annuities. Next up here, I want to talk about our annuity quote engine. If you go to the annuity tab and you click on that quote engine option, you'll see that we do have an engine for indexed and fixed annuities. So you can go ahead and just plug in some basic information. And this is more of a guideline, right? It's not going to give you exact results. You're not tailoring a specific proposal for a client, but this gives you enough to at least get the process started, enough to be dangerous, okay? So definitely check this out, start to use it, and like I said, let's leverage Josh and our team here to get you into the right product for your client. Next up here, I want to talk about our new and improved annuity training portal. Okay, so we understand, like I said, that annuities could be complex, especially if you have not been selling them for a long time. So we created an Annuity Training 101. Okay, so this is a video that was created by Josh and our staff here to really make you very, dangerous and comfortable with the annuity concepts that are out there today. And we have also put links for our Reg Ed trainings, the Quest CE, anything you need, AML, get you in the right spot so your compliance is up to date. And then we have carrier-specific training modules here on the right-hand side. So if you want to go specifically into Guggenheim Annuities or Liberty Bankers or AIG or whoever you're writing, we have specific training links and strategy for those carriers. So, definitely check this out. We'll be adding more great stuff to this, but just keep an eye out, and it's a lot more streamlined and easy to use now, so you can be dangerous in the field if you're not already. Also, real quick, I want to talk about our Levinson Sage Scholarship Program. Okay, we've partnered with over 5 different annuity carriers. Now, I know we talk about this program all the time, but this is super powerful. This is a lead generator that if you're not talking about it, you need to be talking about this. And annuities is kind of under the radar. You don't think that an annuity would be a good mix for this program, but it really is. And it's actually very lucrative because if you see here in green, every $100,000 deposit that your client makes gets a 5% bonus on points. So that's 5,000 for every 100. So, if you write up a $400,000 or $500,000 annuity, you're now talking about an instant $25,000 one-year scholarship for anybody in their family. That's very powerful stuff. And when you're buying an annuity, you're looking for retirement planning, legacy planning. This is all stuff that comes up in these conversations. So why not offer the client a free scholarship, solidify that relationship, and gain more referrals? So you do not want to miss out on this. Go to our website under marketing, click on the scholarship program, and get appointed with some of these carriers on the left here. American National, Sagicor has one of the top annuities out there right now. Okay, LSW has great annuities with very minimal deposit requirements. So check this stuff out and give us a call so we can help you get set up. I'm going to give it back to Bill. We have an amazing program that helps pay for your leads and marketing dollars. Bill?
Okay, good stuff, Andrew. This is our last slide, and then Chris is going to take the wheel. I think it's probably one of the most important slides, in my opinion, because we all love incentives, awards, and what we did here, we didn't just throw out some contest and say, hey, write $1 million and then you qualify. No, we start the contest at just $100,000, okay? And what we do, it's pretty simple. Obviously, you get the top commissions, and then you get a $100 marketing allowance that could be used for mailers or any kind of marketing. And then all the way up to $1 million, you get an extra $1,000 in a marketing allowance, plus an all-expense paid seminar and 1,000 annuity mailer lead drop, all on us, okay? And as you can see, we have various levels in between, and then above and beyond this, if you're on this webinar right now or you're watching this after the fact on our YouTube channel and you scratch your head and say, you know, I'm writing annuities right now, but I'm with ABC Marketing out of Illinois, and, you know, I love Levinson, but, you know, I don't know about moving. I'm comfortable with them or whatever the case is. All you have to do, if you move at least one carrier, okay, we're going to match or we're going to beat your existing grid, plus you're going to get free leads with your first annuity application, okay, and you're done. You don't have to move 10 contracts or 5 Start with one, get your free leads with your first application. Most of the time, we're going to beat your grid, and you give us a shot. And if there's any issues, good, bad, and different, I want to hear about it. But that is probably the best way to at least get started. If you're already writing with us, even better, take advantage of all of the incentives. Okay, let's dive in. Without further ado, I want to introduce a friend of mine, one of the top annuity consultants in the industry today. He is excellent, knows this stuff inside and out. Chris, you there, buddy?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Absolutely. Guys, I really appreciate it. I hope you can see my screen as well. Can Bill or Andrew, can you confirm that for me?
Yep, 100%.
Terrific, terrific. Well, hello, everyone. I appreciate you guys having me on, as always. Really, Bill, Andrew, Joe, Josh, thank you guys so much for having me on this call. I love that we get to do these quarterly presentations here every once in a while just to kind of go over the marketplace with annuities and really talk about these products kind of from a different point of view, as Bill was saying when we started here. So really, I do appreciate the opportunity here to work with such an excellent organization like you guys. But folks, simply put, it's really an exciting time to be selling and talking about annuities. If you've been in this space, you know that we've faced some challenges here the past few years on this side of the house with regulations, with other rules that have been popping up, with things going on in the news. But now we are pushing forward in such a big, big way. You're going to see on your screen right now, my presentation is called The New Playing Field. And I'm going to get into that here in just a few moments. But first, I have a question for you guys. I'm curious, how many of you watch the show Shark Tank? I'm sure with as many people as we have on this call right now, we have a lot of agents here who are some Shark Tank fans. I happen to record every episode of Shark Tank. I've always enjoyed this show. I love to see these really super motivated people chasing their dreams, because us in this insurance business, we have to be super motivated people. We have to get up every morning, make the sales, hit the phones, all of that. It's great to see other motivated people on TV like you do with Shark Tank. It's great to see them coming out with new products and ideas that can help consumers out there. But really, I'm always impressed by the people making these presentations for these new ideas. You see people who've had a crazy work history. Maybe they've worked for companies like Apple and Google in the past. They quit that job to follow a dream, to push a product or some type of idea that they created. You may also have somebody that's maybe it's just a married couple that are working out of their garage, have developed a small business. It's always an inspiring story whenever you're watching Shark Tank. One thing that I always notice is that the best presentations on Shark Tank usually do two things. They present a problem, and then the presenter explains why their idea is the best solution on the market. Folks, these presentations go a little bit something like this. It's going to sound a little bit corny, but normally you hear these presentations like this. Hi, Sharks. My name is Chris, and I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. My company is the Kitchen Buddy. And Sharks, Americans love to cook, but they hate cleaning the kitchen afterward. Luckily, with the Kitchen Buddy, all your cleaning needs are solved at the drop of a hat. My product provides a 3-step system for cleaning your kitchen that'll save you both time and money. Okay, of course, now I'm just making something up. That's the kind of thing that would really make Mark Cuban kind of make this face if you ever watch the show. He gets frustrated watching some of these presentations. But with that being said, what I oftentimes find that agents are doing out there is that they're really overcomplicating the annuity sales process. And many agents don't even know where to begin for the most part. So a lot of money is left on the table without a clear understanding of your client's problems and their needs when it really comes down to it. So if I were presenting to Shark Tank about annuities, it would probably go something like this for you. Hi, Sharks. My name is Chris, and my company is ABC Brokerage. Sharks, Americans are facing a serious problem. 10,000 people a day are turning age 65. Many of them have been saving for retirement, but many of them feel they have not saved enough or that they're going to outlive those retirement dollars. Americans fear three things with their retirement money at the end of the day: a volatile marketplace, uncertain retirement income, and leaving money to their loved ones. Sharks, my product is not new, but it's very underutilized. It's, of course, the fixed annuity. Agents on this call, with your investment of just a little bit of time, we can make sure your clients are protected and that you're not leaving any money on the table when you go to your next appointment. So with that being said, with this little Shark Tank presentation here, I want to take a look at some of the problems that your clients are facing and kind of do a deep dive here. And I think it's going to be important, even in your appointments, to share with your clients some of these numbers and figures that I'm about to show you. If you have the screenshot ability on this webinar right now, I suggest you use it here on some of the coming slides or write these ideas down as well. So those three problems that I mentioned in that Shark Tank push, our clients' three problems: volatile market conditions. Folks, let's look at this marketplace right now. Many people feel that we're in a bear market right now. It's been a very volatile ride here. Simple tweets or any talk about the trade war that we have going on can really lead to some volatile market conditions. Of course, if you're 25 or 30 years old on this call, you have a lot of time to recover if something negative happens. But if you're pushing retirement, if you're like a client that may be pushing retirement, maybe 60 years old, wants to retire in the next 5 years, that volatile market conditions can really affect that nest egg that you've been saving for years. How about that uncertain retirement income? Your clients have some uncertain retirement income. They're not sure what their income is actually going to be, what they need to live on. And how about leaving money to loved ones? That's a huge, huge concern for many folks. Maybe their health isn't so good. Maybe their health is in poor shape. They can't get a life insurance policy. What else can they look to? So folks, I'm happy to say that these annuities can really solve all three of these problems for your clients. You get the ability of capital preservation. Volatile market conditions won't hurt your clients because of these fixed annuities and the ability to preserve that original capital that's put into the plan. Your clients get retirement income. They don't have to have an uncertain stream of income. They don't have to just have a pool of money and guess how much money they need per year. These fixed annuities give your clients the ability to have a certain stream of income for the rest of their lives or for a certain amount of years, whatever they decide to turn on. And of course, legacy. It's something we don't talk about enough with annuities, but that ability to avoid probate, to name a beneficiary, to pass that money on to loved ones. Yes, it's taxed, unlike a life insurance policy, but for some clients, that's okay. For some clients, maybe it's the best option because they can't qualify for a life insurance plan. But that ability to leave a legacy or leave to a charity is very, very big for a lot of clients out there. Let's talk about this for a minute because I named my presentation The New Playing Field. The New Playing Field. Let's talk about that for a minute. If we talk about capital preservation, here's a number that I found shocking recently. Investors are holding $19.4 trillion on the sidelines right now. $19.4 trillion on the sidelines right now. Why do I call this the new playing field? Too often, your clients have thought that they need this money to throw around in the marketplace. If they have these dollars to throw around in the marketplace, they put more money aside to put into the marketplace. But with volatile market conditions, more and more clients are putting money on the sidelines. So in my opinion, that makes the sidelines the new playing field in the annuity space. There is so much money sitting there, $19.4 trillion sitting on the sidelines right now. Now, what does the sidelines exactly mean? Well, if you take a look at this disclosure, this bottom sentence here, statistic includes money in overnight money market funds, checking accounts, savings accounts, currency, and CDs. Folks, in so many of these areas, those checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, your clients are earning little to no interest there. That makes for such an easy conversation if you're an annuity agent on this call right now. Such an easy conversation. Levinson and these folks have a lot of products at your disposal with outstanding returns on MYGAs as well as index products that you can easily have a conversation about. $19.4 trillion sitting on the sidelines. Folks, that is the new playing field, if you ask me. So our next spot here, retirement income. Retirement income. Let's think about this real fast. What do we have? 1.7 trillion in retirement savings sitting there. This applies to individuals ages 55 to 69. $1.7 trillion in retirement savings. That means money in qualified accounts. Qualified accounts. That creates a huge opportunity for you, the agents on this call right now, to do those qualified rollovers into a fixed index or just a fixed traditional annuity. $1.7 trillion sitting there. An outstanding conversation. I know Levinson and Associates, they have a lot of tools like needs assessments, financial breakdown forms, financial needs assessment forms, where you can sit down with the client, find out exactly where they have this cash and where you can help them out with a fixed index annuity. And finally, we talked about that third issue, legacy. What are your clients thinking as far as legacy? This number is very surprising. By 2041, an expected transfer of wealth of $68 trillion to heirs and to charity. $68 trillion. This is according to a very, very well-known marketing handbook, as well as a very well-known financial handbook here in Cerulli. It's very interesting. But folks, that is considered the largest transfer of wealth in the world's history that we're going to see here. And if clients want to have that legacy conversation as well, hey, guess what? That creates a life insurance conversation for you, as well as an annuity conversation. Could be a double sale there for you folks on the call right now. So folks, the new playing field, I just want us to think about that a little bit. So often we've thought about clients' dollars that they put in the marketplace, taking out those dollars and putting them into an annuities for that capital preservation. Well, folks, a lot of clients out there have money just sitting on the sidelines, sitting in those savings accounts, sitting in those CDs. That creates a huge conversation for you. And you may not know it unless you ask. And completing some of those needs assessment forms and having that conversation with your clients will open so many doors for you. So real fast, I want to go into some other statistics here about fixed annuities, because as I said, this is such an exciting time to be talking about fixed annuities. It's really an exciting time to even start having the conversation with folks. Look at some of these other statistics about annuity sales right now. If you're not in the ball game, you got to get into the ball game. Up more than 10% in the previous quarter there in the fourth quarter of 2018. Folks, sales from 2018 compared to 2017 were up 29%. 29% in total deferred annuity sales, an outstanding increase. Growing market, baby boomers, you got baby boomers. As I said, 10,000 people a day turning age 65 creates a huge opportunity. More and more people looking to retire. They want that money in a safe place. Some safe place like a fixed annuity can provide for them. Boomers are expected to transfer some $30 trillion in assets to their heirs over the next 30 to 40 years. 30 to 40 years. So a lot of opportunity. And of course, why do I like fixed annuities so much? Well, folks, you have options, options, options. So many products to fit different needs. We're going to go over a few of those here at the end of this call. I just have some other ideas here and some other reasons why you really need to be looking into these fixed annuities. Folks, you have a wild stock market right now. We just talked about that capital preservation that clients are looking for, that volatile marketplace. Those potential dips and volatility that the market create, that's a really good conversation. Even if you have a client who's not very financially savvy, maybe they don't look at CNBC or they track stocks every single day, surely they see in the news, they hear about it. They know that this is a volatile marketplace, and it would be a volatile marketplace to put their money into. We're really jumping into this at a very interesting time with this call, because we've seen what the market's done the past few days. It's been down 300 points, 200 points. I think it's been up maybe 20 points in the Dow just today. But you're seeing big, big drops right now. You have that growing market of clients as well, as we talked about. I mentioned earlier that regulation is behind us. It's a great time to look at fixed annuities because that regulation is behind us right now. We had that DOL rule that was affecting things in 2018. That is no longer around. We have a lot of companies adding new products, doing some innovation, doing some innovative things with products that they weren't doing just a couple of years ago. Folks, agents get paid fast. If you're on the call, you haven't made sales. I know we have some annuity veterans. I know we have some new folks at annuities here. You get paid quickly. If you have Cash with app, you could get paid within 24 to 48 hours, as long as there's no mistakes on the application, of course. But with that being said, even with transfers in play and a clean application, you can get paid very quickly, a great supplemental income option for you, even when you're doing life insurance sales. And of course, it's not all about new clients here. It's an excellent second sale opportunity with a current book of your clients. If you go into those annual reviews, you go talk to a client, maybe even if you deliver a policy to a client, you deliver a life insurance policy, it's a great way to have a conversation to make sure that they're taken care of. And believe me, folks, I hear it all the time. When you have that big drop in the marketplace, you will feel bad if you didn't talk to your client about a fixed annuity. If they have a 20% drop in their 401k when they could have had money in that fixed annuity, they wouldn't have lost a single penny. It's a very powerful, powerful conversation that you can have with your clients. And you don't want to feel that way. You want to have that conversation with your clients about fixed annuities today. So let's go into some sales positioning real quick, because those were some stats, some figures and everything that we have. Sales positioning, I love doing this because I love tailoring some products to certain needs. I said earlier when I was doing my Shark Tank presentation, too many agents overcomplicate annuities. They make annuities more difficult than they have to be. They really don't have to be. You just have to know the needs of your client. If you know the needs of your client, you can really tailor fit some things. So I'm going to talk about 5 different things here, right in front of you: early income, long-term income, accumulation with flex premiums, and then hybrid long-term care that Bill was talking about a little bit earlier. Some changes coming in that marketplace, but also some very good stuff if you're not aware of it. So real fast, I'm going to throw out a client scenario here, and then we're going to tailor fit that, because a lot of you on this call right now, you are probably aware of clients like this. You just have to have that annuity conversation with them as soon as possible. Let's take Greg here real fast. Greg is a male, 65 years old. Greg has $750,000 in a 401k right now, a qualified account. Greg's retiring in 1 year. He needs to start income very soon because he's retiring in 1 year. So his need is obviously early income. And I have a product here that I really like so much for the early income play. Maybe Greg needs that income now. Maybe he needs it a year from now. Maybe he needs it 2 years from now. This product fits all those early income needs for him. This North American Benefit Solutions 10, folks, it's an excellent early income play for your clients because it gives a 20% income-based bonus immediately. I'll show you exactly what that looks like here in a second. But the thing I love about this product is we call it the 20-20-20. You've seen products before with a premium bonus of maybe 10%, maybe even 12%. Here's a product that does a 20% income-based bonus once, and then again in year 5, and again in year 10. We call it the 20-20-20 product for that reason. It even has an income enhancement benefit for a potential healthcare need. So let's say you have a guy like Greg here. He's 65 years old. What other conversation may he be having? Probably a long-term care need, right? Maybe a long-term care need, maybe a long-term care concern that he's having right now. Well, this product will double that income if your client ever gets confined to a nursing home. Double that income. Let's show an example real fast. Here's what I love so much. If you look in the upper right corner of this product, folks, your guaranteed benefits statement. That's what it says in the upper right corner. This is a North American Benefit Solutions guaranteed benefit statement. With this product, the income can actually be higher than what I'm about to show you based on index credits, but it can never go lower than this very front page of the illustration right here. That's why I like it so much. Let's take Greg here. Remember, he's 65 years old. He has $750,000 in here. Greg's getting a 20% income-based bonus right away. So on $750,000, he gets a 20% bonus. Folks, if you look in year 1 right there, that's $900,000. I'm going to have a spotlight here right next to it. $900,000 immediately. Now, there's 3 features of this product that I like so much. Number 1, you can turn on income right at issue immediately without even waiting, and it's an FIA product. Obviously, your 20% income-based bonus. Notice what that lifetime payment amount is right there, $41,490, and it grows every year that you defer taking income. Notice Your 20% bonus happens again in year 5, and then your 20% bonus happens again in year 10. So the other feature I really love about this product, that nursing home multiplier payment. Let's say your client starts income in year 4 at $46,530. If your client is in a nursing home for 90 days, their income will double for a period of up to 5 years, meaning they could get $93,060 per year for 5 years if they're confined to a nursing home. It's money when your clients need it most. It may be a burden to family members who have to pay or look at long-term care benefits. This product will double that income after a 90-day elimination period for a period of up to 5 years. An outstanding feature. So I love that 20% income-based bonus. I love that nursing home multiplier. Here's what else I love about this product. This makes it different than some other products on the market. It's part of the reason why I like to feature it. It has a death benefit feature as well. Take a look at this. Death benefit annual payment of 5 equal payments. Folks, when you have a product that has a benefit-based bonus, which turns that $750,000 to $900,000, your clients normally can't access that. The beneficiaries typically can't access that if the client is to pass away. With this product, they can. If the client were to pass away day one of having this product, your beneficiaries don't have to take $750,000. They can take $900,000 as long as they take it over 5 equal annual payments. Look at that. $180,000 per year for 5 years your clients could take from your beneficiaries on this case could take from this product. So why do I like this product so much? You have a 20% benefit-based bonus right away. You have a nursing home multiplier on there for long-term care needs, and you have a death benefit feature. Kind of answers that legacy question that we were talking about a little bit earlier. Folks, for early income, the North American Benefit Solutions is a great one. I try to go quickly over everything. So if you have any questions, Josh knows this product like the back of his hand. I definitely suggest talking to him about it as well. So let's go to another need real fast, and we'll spend a little bit of time on these products as well. Tina is a female, age 58. And folks, I'll just say real fast, I love putting things into this context because these are kind of real life scenarios that everyone probably knows someone like Tina or like Greg from before that you can really pair and match a product to. But Tina is 58 years old. She has $250,000 that she'll use in retirement. She plans to retire in 7 to 10 years. She knows she's going to need an income. Plans to retire in 7 to 10 years. She knows she's going to need an income. So what is her need? Really, it's a long-term income play. And what I mean by long-term, I don't mean for lifetime, because all these products with lifetime income riders pay for the rest of your life. I mean that instead of Greg earlier, who wanted early income, she's deferring to take income for 7 to 10 years. Now, Tina doesn't know when she's going to need that income. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 7 years, maybe in 10 years. But that's the beauty of the product that I'm about to show you right now. This product is the Athene Ascent Pro bonus product, folks. And I'm going to spend time only talking about option 1 here. But there is some industry-leading income with this product that we like so much with this one. And like the North American product from before, it actually has guaranteed income here with this option 1. Notice how it works. It's got a 10% simple interest roll-up for 10 years. The thing I like so much about this product, it has a 5% simple interest roll-up years 11 to 20. Why that's amazing? Most products stop doing a roll-up after 10 years. Most products stop doing a roll-up after 10 years. This continues. Let's say Tina doesn't retire after 10 years. She can keep this money in the product, knows it's still getting a roll-up so that she can take an income from it years from now. Now, this option 1 also has a 10% income-based bonus that occurs immediately. So I'm going to jump over to this page right here to just show you an example. I'm going to pull out my spotlight because I like it so much. It helps us out. Tina's got her $250,000. She gets a 10% bonus right away. That makes it $287,500. Let's say Tina wants to retire in year 10. Think about this real fast. Year 10, she wants to retire. Look at what that income base is guaranteed to be at that point. $537,500. For guaranteed lifetime withdrawal, she's guaranteed for the rest of her life to get $26,338 per year. And guess what? This product also has a income doubler if she goes into a long-term care or nursing home facility. So you can see that income in year 10 doubles to $52,675. I will throw this one disclaimer out. Athene has a 180-day waiting period. North American has a 90-day waiting period. There are products out there that are ADL-based, not nursing home confinement-based too. These folks at Levinson & Associates have access to products with all those different options. So be sure to ask some questions whenever you're looking at income riders. One thing I'll throw out there too, folks, why do people like income riders? Why are income riders even in the marketplace? Here's why. See this stream here of guaranteed lifetime income withdrawal? Let's say you're a client. Let's say one of you are looking for a income rider, or one of you is retirement planning. You can actually guarantee your income for the future so you know exactly how to plan for retirement for yourself. That's what we like so much about the income riders. There are pros and cons to everything, of course, but with this, I love the ability to retirement plan for your clients like Tina right here. Of course, Josh knows this product like the back of his hand too. He knows all these products like the back of his hand. So any questions you have, do ask him on that one. I'll spend just a little bit of time on these next two products here because I think they're very important. Catherine, female, 40 years old. She has $100,000 that was left from her mother in a savings account. She wants to protect these funds from market risk, but continue to see growth. What did we talk earlier so much about? We talked about capital preservation. We talked about market volatility. Here you have a client like Catherine who has left $100,000. She's not a stock pro. She's not on E-Trade or anything of that nature. She just wants to make sure she has this $100,000 and it can still take advantage of index credits down the road. Well, she's a perfect candidate, folks, for an accumulation annuity. Catherine, at 40 years old, she's pretty young. She has $100,000. She just wants to see that money grow. She doesn't want it to take any losses in the marketplace, which she doesn't understand that well at the same time. So here's how this product works. I love this one. It's the Athene Performance Elite 10. Be sure to screenshot that one if you can. You have a 10-year surrender period. You have a 6% premium bonus. Catherine's money will go from $100,000 to $106,000 from day one with that 6% premium bonus. What I like so much about these products, these accumulation products, there's no fees. It's a straight accumulation product, folks. No fees, straight accumulation. There's no riders or anything on it. Their money's not going to get quietly eaten away by anything. No fees, straight accumulation. Athene themselves, they have some excellent no-cap indexes. That's kind of all the rage right now, these no-cap indexes that can take full advantage of the marketplace. Theirs are with the SG Janus and the BNP Paribas. Illustrations, folks, showing 6 to 7% returns on 10-year look-backs on this accumulation product. This kind of shows a really nice example. What I like so much about these examples, it's not showing you the world. It shows you at 5.58% right here. After 10 years, you can see, folks, you got a really nice chunk of change there based on these 10-year look-backs at 5.58% with this product. If we take a look at this example right here, look how this index has performed in the most recent 10 years, the highest 10 years, and the lowest recent 10-year period. Most recent, highest, and lowest 10-year periods. This is the Janus index with Athene, such a powerful one. In its lowest period, it performed at 5.49%. In its highest 10-year period, it performed at 7.84%. 5.49 and 7.84%. Not bad considering your client has no market risk either. Really a nice thing. Here's what else I like about this product. Notice the lowest it's performed is at 5.49%. See the illustration? Shows you at 5.58. It's not showing you at 7%. It's not showing you at 8%. It's giving your client a realistic look at how this product is going to perform. That's why I feel so great about the Athene Performance Elite product there. Folks, our last client scenario here, Megan, 45 years old. She's middle income. She wants to start saving on top of her company's retirement plan. 45 years old. She wants to start saving on top of her company's retirement plan. Megan doesn't have a big chunk of money like the other folks from before, though. She has $10,000 to start with. and she has the ability to add $1,000 per month. Well, folks, what she needs is accumulation with flexible premium, something where she can add additional funds to. Well, there's a lot of products out there. You're seeing fewer and fewer, but there are still a lot of products out there. One of the ones I like so much is this North American Performance Choice 8 Plus. Kind of a mouthful there, the North American Performance Choice 8 Plus. Why I like it? It's got a 3% premium bonus on every deposit for the first 5 years. So when Megan puts in $10,000, that $10,000 is getting a 3% bonus. Every time she drops in that $1,000 per month, she's getting a 3% bonus for the first 5 years of adding those additional deposits. The last note I'll make here about it, it's an 8-year surrender period. So it's a short surrender period. And if you have qualified money you're putting in there, you can put as low as $2,000 into this plan. That's something that Andrew was talking about earlier with LSW, with National Life Group. You have the ability to start with some small premiums, kind of like this product. $2,000 minimum premium on qualified money out there. And folks, that's just a quick example of what it looks like. But one thing Bill really wanted me to spend some time on, we talked about this a little bit, is One America. If you're not familiar with One America, it's a conversation I think you need to start looking into a little bit. Josh is a pro at this. He's actually told me a few things about the product that I wasn't aware of as well. And I know Bill's also really talked about this product a lot with me as well. If you're not familiar with One America, they're a company that specializes in hybrid long-term care products. Long-term care, whole life hybrid products. They also have an annuity product with it at the same time called the Annuity Care. But their kind of bread and butter has been the asset care product at One America. And that's a hybrid long-term care whole life product that's available. The annuity product works in much the same way. Folks, what we like so much about the One America product, first of all, they're an A+ rated company. They put joint clients on long-term care. Joint clients on long-term care. Quick story, I sold one of these to my mother-in-law who is in her 70s. She, believe it or not, she has a Preferred Plus when she did life insurance a couple of years prior to me selling this. So she got a Preferred Plus on a life insurance plan with Protective. With that being said, her husband is a bit overweight and he's a diabetic type 2. Most long-term care companies would not accept him, but on the One America product as joint clients, accepted both clients without any problems. It was really, really nice to be able to see that. That's the One America long-term care product called the Asset Care. What I like about the Asset Care product too with One America, it accepts qualified money. This is a product where you take a lump sum, you drop it in, and it shows a guaranteed long-term care amount. A guaranteed long-term care payment and a guaranteed death benefit to your client. It also accepts qualified money. So if your client doesn't have $100,000 sitting in a checking account, it also will accept that as qualified money. One America and Levinson and Associates have a lot of great pieces on that qualified piece of it. They're the only carrier that offers unlimited benefits for long-term care as well. The only company that accepts that will offer unlimited benefits, meaning you don't just get capped out. You don't just have a pool of money. They have the ability to do unlimited benefits for long-term care. Premiums are guaranteed never to change. So that's that guaranteed premiums that you see right there in front of you. One thing I will say, I'll tell a quick story with this product too, before I get into some of the changes that are coming here very soon. Folks, if you're familiar with Genworth at all, Genworth was a huge player in the long-term care market. I constantly get calls like this. I talk to a lot of agents and I always hear these stories. I even hear it from just consumers at the same time. Somebody bought a Genworth long-term care policy, let's say 15 years ago. They were 55 years old. What happens is there's only a 3-year rate guarantee on that product. So then the rates start to go up after 3 years. The client's 58. Then after 3 years, the rates go up again. After 3 years, the rates go up again on the client. And what happens is those rates are getting so high on the client that he starts reducing benefits in order to continue to keep the price similar to what he originally started paying for. Now, when the client is 70, 75 years old, guess what happens? He's either reduced his benefits so much, or he's just priced out of this thing and he can't afford it so much. You see this happen a lot. They've reduced those benefits so much that 15, 20 years later, guess what? Costs have gone through the roof, and now you have less benefit than what you started with. Or they have to drop the plan because they simply can't afford it anymore. That's what the One America product can prevent with those guaranteed premiums. Your client knows exactly what type of long-term care benefit they're getting, exactly what kind of death benefit they're getting as well. It's such a strong product that I think few folks know about that you need to take a look at it if you haven't. And with that being said, the new asset care, there are some changes coming to One America. I sent over to Joe and to Bill a couple of handouts that they can shoot over to you if you're curious about some of these changes that'll be happening. I just want to touch on some of these here in just a minute. But as I just went over, the new asset care is still going to have a lot of those features that you see right in front of you, still covering joint folks, still multiple ways to fund premium, lump sum, 10 pay, 20 pay, lifetime unlimited benefits, guaranteed premiums. You're still going to have all that, but there are some changes coming on July 1st. I'll just touch on a few of those. The joint situation is going to change a little bit. It's still available. And I'm just going to read off of here and kind of explain. Joint class or joint equal age are no longer used for underwriting and pricing. Use the insured's exact class and age. So you're going to see some underwriting on individual clients there. However, you still have a better shot, and this is after talking to One America, a better shot at getting maybe a diabetic type 2, a policy here versus some of the competitors that are out there at the same time. So it also says joint applicants are now defined as legally married spouses, domestic partners, or those in a civil union. Just recently dealt with a couple of cases where that did come into play, so it definitely can happen. Some other changes, folks, the name of the product are going to change. So you see those funding option names. If you're familiar with the One America products already, you had the Asset Care 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have a little bit of a name change, as you can see there on the far right side. So you're going to have the single premium whole life, the whole life with ROP, the annuity funding whole life, and then the recurring premium whole life. That's going to be the one with the multiple funding options on that product. So all these, again, are happening on July 1st. The multi-pay options. So one thing One America did is they had 10 through 20 pay options, meaning if you wanted to do an 11 pay, you could, or a 13 pay or a 17 pay. They're no longer doing that. That's just one of the changes that they have happening. They still have a 5 pay, 10 pay, and 20 pay. Those are your three options. You can do a continuous pay or a single lump sum with that original asset care product. These are some other changes just to be aware of. Again, I gave Bill and Joe a couple of pieces that are going to really highlight those changes. If you're working on One America cases now, if you're working on One America product, there's transition timelines, deadlines, also some details about some of the changes that will be happening that we highlighted here. Just wanted to spend a minute taking a look at some of those things for you folks. And again, if you're not really looking at One America, they have a lot to offer your clients in the way of long-term care, so you don't have that Genworth-like story happen to your clients where they keep dealing with those price and rate increases. So folks, with that being said, that really concludes my portion of the presentation. Bill, I don't know if you have any questions for me at all. We covered a lot of information there.
No, that was perfect, Chris. That we really, really appreciate it. And what's so great is you really break things down in layman terms, and it helps everyone understand, you know, annuities as a whole. And you really simplified it for us. We appreciate that. And we look forward to having you again in a few months. So thank you so much. And yep, us too. We're going to wrap up right before the hour here. So I'm going to move pretty quickly. We have a couple slides left in our giveaway. We're going to send out a thank you email. We'll include those changes that Chris mentioned. Okay, so you don't have to worry about writing that down or screenshot. We'll email it out today to all participants. Okay, the Bill Levinson Experience podcast, that's what I went over earlier. What we're going to do for our giveaway today, we have the Top Seller Insurance Agent book. That's a very, very good read. It kind of breaks things down, again, in layman terms, and it simplifies our whole selling experience and world. So we're going to give that book away free. All you have to do, if you're on this call live, you can't be on it next week, but today live, go to our channel, The Bill Levinson Experience, and you can rate it and leave a review. Just leave the review, or just take a screenshot, or just go on our Facebook page, leave a comment or two, send me the screenshot, or just leave the comment. I'll mail you out your free copy of the top seller book. It's on us. We'll take care of shipping and everything. It'll go out either tomorrow or Monday. So no problem with that. Now, make sure you're active with us and you're appointed with an annuity carrier, at least one. After what Chris just mentioned, there's no excuse. If you've never sold an annuity before, to even sell one of your friends a product, or if you're a veteran in the space, there's so many new hot products here. So now is the time. Okay, moving forward, our agent training events, that's what you're on right now. I'm just going to mention a few that are up and coming. Every single week, Monday through Friday, we pick out a different piece of technology. One is our prospecting tool, our CRM platform, our free website builder, which everybody needs to have a website by now. With Levinson, it's free, and you get a free CRM tool, so no excuse. And then Monday is our AsureWorks platform, and that helps you in all search engines. Anybody going online looking for, let's say, long-term care, financial planning, your name will come up. So that's another great tool. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 2 p.m., there's no excuse to not be on these every day, every week, 2 p.m. Eastern time. On the bottom, after the expo, we literally had, and I'm not exaggerating, 50 to 60 agents lining up afterwards, about 5:30 at night, saying, hey, you know, I need you to help me with social media, and I love what you went over in your presentation. I don't know where to begin. We have broken down all of the pieces and platforms into one easy to understand and use webinar, and we are rolling this out on June 13th, 2 p.m. Eastern. That is next week at 2 p.m. We brought in another third-party consultant that focuses just on social media. I'm going to be on there, Andrew, Joe, the whole crew, and we're going to break down everything. So by the time you're done, you're ready to get your social media up and running. On the bottom is the brand new www.iulexperience.com platform rollout. Okay, that's going to be really cool. Our complete turnkey IUL selling platform. We are officially rolling this out on June 20th. No one has anything like it. Make sure you're on these two calls. If it's late night, maybe over the weekend, and you have some extra time, go to our YouTube channel, okay? Just do a search, Levinson 1. Everything that we ever went over on webinars and training and live trainings are all recorded there. And it's really a great way for you to stay in the loop and stay up to par where you need to be in this insurance selling world, if you will. So great stuff there, and it's free. So no excuse to not give it a whirl. Okay, our last slide here. We're going to wrap up with our Positive Tuesday quotes. In fact, that's a live shot from the expo last month. We're very proud. We had just under 300 agents from 48 states. Very, very proud of what we've accomplished, and we've never been able to do this without you all. We're going to end with our positive quote. Reading this positive quote is the easy part. The hard part is the action needed to make it all happen. I love this quote. You can't just read about fitness and be in shape, okay? Let's all put our right foot forward and make it happen, okay? We have all the tools here, so no more excuses. Have a great rest of your Thursday, a great weekend, good selling. Take care. Thanks again.